Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Back on Rogue Trader. I think we just barely entered the system. Yeah, we didn't scan anything. Okay. That ship remained. I'm pretty sure we'll have to enter it and have some fights and everything. Can I determine who the ship is? But telemetry clearly reveals an Imperial vessel. The hull is badly damaged, but there is air in some of the chambers, which means they are hermetically sealed. What are your orders? Send out the order to prepare my troop for boarding and personally take part in exploration. Oh, okay, it's not actual fights, it's a whole bunch of choices. Okay, let's see how it goes. Region. Okay. Let me just. I forgot to put the chat. Somewhere I see it better. Here we go. Material extraction. We who walk down the same passageway in the same bay day after day, we who are born, live and die to the hum of the ship's machines, we forever hunger for the smallest glimpse of another life, and for a chance to see the heroes who tirelessly fight for us, and for the glory of the Imperium. So let's have a tale, but the Lord Captain, by the will of the Emperor, the Guardian and the Commander of every good and honest soul upon this void ship, and the time he boarded a vessel named the Fireborn. Like a dead whale cast ashore by the inexorable force of swell, the wrecked vessel was a confronting sight for its unwitting visitors. Some bays still retained atmosphere, but there was no life anywhere. The ship was dead. Its machine spirits dissipated in the darkness of space. It was just the husk left, and the Rogue Trader's crew were to become scavengers, swarming the carcass of a fallen Leviathan. Our Lord Captain never saw the expedition personally. He to train the penetrating gaze of the ogre. Yeah. The ogre's keen eyes scanned the airy vessel, identifying that the void ship was gravely damaged and what in the process of final erosion. There was very little time to explore it. 3 sectors seemed the least damaged: the bridge, the middle crew deck, and the service bay. After extending a series of trills and wobbles in their mysterious ancient languages, the tech priests responsible for the ogres reported to the Lord Captain that they had glimpsed signs of valuable components in operation in the service bay. The Lord Captain's next step was to turn his attention to the scout units awaiting instructions. The Lord Captain had to decide which of the 3 teams he would lead, and which 2 would be entrusted to their officers. Let here be known the names of those honest people who stood before Rogue Trader at that moment. The taciturn and grave young Hoson, whose word was as firm as his handshake. Captain Vesti, whose jokes will be remembered by everyone on the deck 3 to 5, and Captain Matina, the senior officer and the 3rd unit, known to many as Grey Matina. She had been leading units back when the current crop of scouts were snot-nosed kids. No one on deck was in any doubt that navigating inside the wrecked ship would be difficult. The units would be separated by kilometers of twisted metal, dead modules devoid of atmosphere, collapsed passageways, and hull breaches the side of the house. The only thing connecting the brave teams would be the delicate thread of Vox Link. We'll go for the bridge. From here on, we relay the event based on what we have learned from witnesses. The people who accompanied the Lord Captain on the tour of the dread ship. The shuttle started up one after another and dispersed, each heading for its selected target. An hour spent on cutting through the hull in the breathing vacuum of space, a fussy boarding, and then finally the Rogue Trader stepped into the cold, dark deck of the dead ship. The light of the torches revealed a sign in the gloom, Fireborn. After a minute-long exchange with the Boxmaster, who quickly checked the archives, we established that the dead vessel was that of Captain Nova Van Dane, registered at Kiava Gamma Port. Every minute spent on board threatened to end in a disaster. The ship's days, or even hours of existence, were numbered. From all sides came the sound of distant crabblings. The floor underfoot trembled every now and then. The Lord Captain hurriedly moved deeper into the compartment when he suddenly felt the slightest puff of air brush against his neck, followed by a soft sigh, almost as if someone had leaned in close, opened their mouth to whisper a dark, tantalizing secret, and then fallen. Willpower. From here on, we relate even based on what we have. Learn from weaknesses. Okay. Where simple mortals would already be trembling and weeping, the Rogue Trader only gritted his teeth. Shrieks and moans could be heard close by. Others were gripped by the illusion too. Young Hosson, the unit captain, barked at orders. His team held back their comrade who had fallen victim to uncanny terror and who were struggling to break free and run deeper into the cursed ship. A few minutes passed and the unit, though scared senseless, was ready to continue. Sound suddenly blared from the Vox, which was tuned to the second unit's frequency. The words sounded muffled, as though the person on the other end wasn't speaking directly into the Vox but desperately pressing the transmit button while occupied with something else. Never seen anything like it. It's beautiful. Hold on, wait. Is it moving? The word cut off by a strange wheeze, followed by static. Young Hossan listened to the transmission to find a rasp with a surprising calm expression, then pressed the Vox button in a similarly calm voice, led to a stream of florid swearing, which centered on casting aspersion on his interlocutor's intellectual capabilities. Turning to Rogue Trader, he remarked, "Apologies, Captain. Captain Vesey from the second unit is well known for his pranks." "Crap, the Captain's with you!" comes Vesey's voice from the speakers, followed immediately by, "My sincere apologies, Your Lordship. I just wanted to spook the guys a little." But can immediately inform Captain Vesey that he would be severely disciplined upon expedition's completion and on a report on his unit activities. Captain Vesey reported that his unit's foray had so far proceeded without incident, mystical or otherwise, that found no survivor from the ship's crew, or bodies for that matters. However, the unit had encountered a problem. The passage leading to the deck section with the arsenal and storage depot was seriously damaged, especially the power cables. Proceeding further could be dangerous. After consulting his officers, Lord Captain issued new orders. Vesey's unit headed off to carry out their orders while the Rogue Trader and his own team continued on. After spending several hours wandering down the dead passageways, young Hossan's unit and the Rogue Trader reached the bridge of the Fireborn. The oppressive feeling had not dissipated. It was as though the bulkheads of the ship were steeped in the terror and pain of the people who had vanished with the trace from those decks. On their way there, the unit had found no sign of a struggle or bodies of the crew, and served only to deepen their unease. After examining the bridge, the scout unit discovered that the captain's principal cogitator was still functional. The final log entry was identified, a damaged picked recording that no one in the unit was eager to view. Proximity to the cogitator alone was unsettling enough, and with each passing second remaining on the bridge was becoming more and more difficult. The captain took a risk and watched the recording. The recording contained family relics, cash and Kiavagama. Okay. The recording contained a message from Captain Nova Van Dane. It was almost impossible to make anything out of the pict, only the captain's hand gripping the edge of the table and the flashes of iridescent light. The captain was speaking crisply, almost calmly, but there was also short, almost inaudible breath, exactly what the trader's team had encountered when they had first boarded the ship. It even seemed that those sounds were coming not from the recording, but from the gloom-drenched corner of the bridge itself. Kiabagama has fallen. The Fireborn broke orbit under fire from an unknown enemy and left the system, said Captain Van Dane on the recording, with a tone officer reporting to her superior. We encountered pathological warp activity. The crew is reporting failures in the Gellerfield system. The ship is doomed. Whoever finds this recording, I ask you to hold a prayer service for our souls. I also ask you to take the family relics of the Van Dane line from Kiabagama. The relics are stored. The content specifies the location of her family vault and the access code. The recording ended. There was nothing left to do on the cursed deck. It was time to return to the shuttle. A message came in from the unit led by seasoned and flappable Grey Matina. The captain methodically reported on all services base sections her team had already examined. They had found nothing of value, they had found no bodies, there had been no incident, and the search was proceeding as normal. The unit was waiting for the instruction from the Lord Captain. After editing the salient point from the Grey Matina exhaustive report, listed the area that wanted more thorough research. After returning to the shuttle, Keegan Lupin received reports about Fireborn status. The tech priests, who relentlessly pierced the wreckage with their august gaze, insisted on curtailing the operation as soon as possible. Fearing imminent destruction, there were also reports from the two units. The second unit had succeeded in moving through the danger zone and had returned to the shuttle with valuable payload taken from the dead ship stores. The Gravity unit had explored the service bay without incident, and not wasting any time, had marked valuable component for later disassembly and transferred to Rock Trader's ship. Hotshot Lat's pistol, Cogitator bracer, just to be sold, yeah, jewelry. Jewelry, okay, that's a lot of them. Long glass, okay. Engine cogitator core. A lot of stuff for the cargo. You need to assemble the shuttle the captain gave final order to the Grim Expedition. Find out the memory of the Captain Nova Van Dane and her crew. The record of the fallen captain had been fulfilled. The improvised funeral began to brief military salutes, and the Rock Trader himself recited a prayer for the soul of Fireborn, just as any honest servant of the Emperor who has dedicated their life to voyaging through the darkness would honor their fellows and mourn their death. Time went up. The scouting party returned to the ship. With one last look at the Fireborn, Rock Trader gave the order to fire upon the dead vessel at range. For that which was born in fire shall also perish in fire. That was interesting. Three provisions. I have 12. The giant ring of the planet's surface can be observed from orbit. Examine the rings. The murder of this planet has a native species of giant insects similar to Terran ants. Just like ants, they sometimes form so-called death spirals, which is when a creature follows another without realizing they go in circle. These were the rings discovered by the ship's observer. The strange phenomenon was originally suspected to be a sign of warp activity on the fire's structure, turned out to be a quirk of nature, and tragic one at that. Okay. Yeah, I will put an extractum for the provision, I think. So I got a detected wreckage. Select nature remains unclear. Look for the source of the wreckage. Report that there is another Venus disaster that could have produced such debris. Okay, that's it. Okay, back on the map. I guess I go to Orcelio Prophecy now. That seems this one I did not explore as well. Warp travel. The Acolyte Mechanicus reporting incident. Okay, very good. Colony management. Troubling news arrived from Janus, your lordship. While digging an irrigation ditch, the workers found a xeno obelisk made of unknown material. It was delivered to a laboratorium, subjected to a number of tests, one of which caused the reaction. The obelisk generated low-frequency vibrations. The events that followed were catastrophic. A series of anomaly recorded in the Epsilon Major region. The Janus itself is fighting us there. Many logistical chains have been disrupted. The only people who visit the uncontrolled territories are the wretches fleeing deeper into the region in greater numbers. The observer reports strange fires in the sky at night, completely imperceptible to the augurs. The camp princes are hastily summoning militia. They wait your lordship's blessing. What exactly is happening? The vegetation demonstrated a remarkable ability for wide growth. It took the plant only 2 days to overrun the agri-complexes in the region. Extinct species of local megafauna have been spotted in the uniform jungle. Aggressive and acting okay. It's not now. Permission to advise await the proposal. Okay. The nature of Janus is rising up. It is a lucky coincidence that Janus harbors specialists who are not only expert controlling life but destroying as well. Even though reports from the Magos biologist Capella no mention the storage of weapons of destruction, I have no doubt that they possess some. So they always have some lying around. I see no reason to not let them use them. Deployment of fortified research stations in affected sectors is recommended. The benefit of gathering more information justifies increased casualty rates among personnel. Sickly creatures know more about this pestilent growth than we do. Something must be aimed quickly. We should catch some mutant and force them to cooperate. That way we can learn what it is we are dealing with. I follow Fan Kellogg's opinion on that, I think. I think especially the is capable of forcing compliance. The afflicted region had quarantine and one of the escaped wretches emerged from the jungle and handed the warden who met him a parcel with some kind of a xeno artifact and message. Accept the gifts and leave the world in peace. The wretch was thoroughly interrogated and saw a dozen of the other captive mutants. What little they were able to tell us was of significant value. Most of an nonsensical peasant superstition. Okay. I can get Mechanized Servant. Block the project. It's in defense. It blocks the project's Mechanized Servant. Six people, 3 chemicals. Firestone. Oh, the presence is required. So I need to go on Firestone again. Where is it? Janus is here. Firestone is here, okay. Let's see now. What's happened Firestone? Again. There are always some like events going on in here. Always. A ship full of people cargo crashed on the planet. Low speakers wondering if you have a claim to the last ship. Another ship to be looted. Marcus is surviving part of the crew. Cargo kept in hand in gratitude for the rescue. Is that it? Okay. Dargonus. There's been tragedy on Dargonus. Governor Dry's team has been dedicating most of his time restoring an astropathic core lost to the warp storm. The psychers he assembled were struck by an assault. They heard something that scares them into madness. The astropath has lost sleep, clothed their skin and flesh, muttered gibberish, and now they are gone completely berserk. They had to be eliminated, and only a few of the mercenaries in astropath are applauding the connection to Dargonus. But how long will they last? What's in my advisors? The astropaths are among the most finely trained specialists in the Imperium, who beheld the light of the Emperor himself and gained a new special bunker master. I strongly advise Trader to recruit only sanctioned psychers who are capable of keeping their talent in check. If they are not enough, the Inquisitor will assist you in locating and acquiring some. Lady Theodora not only had enemies in expense, but friends as well. She helped out to rescue and saved. I think these people can offer a helping hand. Among them are powerful planetary rulers, who has both astropaths and a deep respect for her family's name. I'm counting on the help of the Inquisition. Yeah. You get your astropath. The Fundamentals dynasty is too important for us to just turn a blind eye to it in its time of need. A wave of armed skirmishes and detention swept across the expanse. The ships carrying these powerful captives had brought the new astropath on Dargonus. Even the most influential could not resist the fearsome agent of the Inquisition, who had requested the ruler's valuable servants to meet the needs of the Fundamentals dynasty. The tragic pestilence at astropath had not appeared again, but all of them had reported hearing strange whispers ever since their first day on the planet. Okay. The mines are against the turmoil, the depth of level, the warden have discovered a mountain of mutilated bodies, as if caught by the millstone of mining machines. All the dead are convicts. The guard believes that there is a cult of heretic operating in the rank of the slaves. The Contessa claims that atrocity was committed on the order of the superintendent to rid the prison of the more inconvenient prisoners. Okay. The offense of the cell, the prisoner torture, the interrogation of strange convicts. The warren have managed to isolate the rebels inside the mining facilities, but the assault would result in high losses of workforce. On the other hand, the slaves are ready to lay down their weapons, cease this violence, and repent into work. Trader would only demonstrate some compassion toward their plight, possibly reforming some of the more severe punishment. Officer and advisor, a mob of commoners has mauled a nobleman who had been attempting to reason with them. Powerful, perhaps the underground madness has spread among them to assume new form, turning them into monsters in the process. It would be cruel to kill them if this is the case. It is much more humane to dissect their brain in order to well-meaning reduce their ferocity and inclination toward disobedience. It has once been done by a house when the serf had rebelled in ignorance. A rather merciful step. Yeah. I'll follow House Orcelio's advice. The slaves that have been dissected have lost any urge to cause violence and provoke others. Now they find quite pleasure in monotonous work and lack of communication with other people. The officers noted that the experiment has been highly successful. This interrogation also did not yield any information to identify the one behind the murders that sparked the riot. It's fine. Should be fine. Should. Security +2 to all colonies. I like that. Okay, can I go back to the system I wanted to explore? Oh, pirates. It appeared that a light void ship recently dumped a huge load of junk and faulty parts from orbit. The debris did not burn up in the atmosphere, is not blocking the flow of a mighty river. This damage caused the river to overflow, flooding the nearby valley. A herd of large hoofed rodents has gathered among the riverbanks. If animals lose their usual habitat, they are doomed. Yeah, I'll help the animals, why not? Eccentric animal lover. Takes me to return, the criminal to remove the heap of trash, the rodents run back to the pasture with back our claims the people who saved them. Space dust. Back into scan. And so this might be House Orcelio's planet. Let's see about that. We'll just wreck the pirates and we'll see.
This hallowed vessel's bulkheads will hold strong.
One frigate alone. Okay.
Torpedoes, away! With the force of a supernova! Fire at will! Outstanding.
A worthy deed!
Perfect. So despite the name, it is not the house or Celio's planet. Oh well. Do I really need that? No. So now we'll go over there. And we'll see how it goes. You know what? I'll make it safe. Because that's the bridge to the whole left part. Like the path to the whole left part of the map, pretty much. So I might have to go, like... It can be to go there, to go up there. Oh, Kranak. Kiavagama, yeah. It did over there. We'll make that one safe as well then. Chart new route. Here we go. So we make the road safe. I still have 5 points, it's fine. We'll explore the system before going to Kiavagama though. Ooh, that's a beautiful star. The planet is divided into most 20 form of life. However, the cross made a mirror lying right in the center of the huge crater. Completely ordinary mirror in frame, but by all appearance, pristine condition. Destroy it immediately. The crew blasts the crater, raising a cloud of dirt that blocks the array. No destruction is possible for the time being, but it could not have survived such profound explosion. Definitely not. Yeah, I'm not taking any risk. Like a mirror in the middle of a crater? That sounds like some heretical warp stuff. A vigilant member of the Ogre crew has detected a small Xenos vessel drifting through the void. The ship is unpowered and shows no sign of being crewed. Open fire on the inhuman scum. One microcurrent salvage enough to turn a pitiful ship into a cloud of dust. I'm not taking risk with these Xenos. Two plus here. Unknown ships. We have just a fight directly, like because it was an unknown ship. I was expecting some dialogues before.
Beacon in the darkness.
Drukari have blocked some of your flagship's posts using an unknown Xenos power. The crew will be in control of this post in several rounds. Okay. I don't have the ability here. Oh, it's here. 3 turn for all the maneuvers. I see. So the front is apparently a weak point, if I understand that correctly.
Lance batteries. Volley! Keep up the pressure. With the force of a supernova. All hands, prepare for acceleration.
It is in a pretty bad shape. Oh, come on. 4 HP. You're leaving at 4 HP, really? Ah. Well, that's disappointing. Can my torpedo reach that? I'm not sure. Oh, it can. It definitely can.
Purgation through blessed plasma fire.
Macro cannons, open
Wow.
fire. Fire at will!
Here we go.
Helmsman, take us in.
That's just the torpedoes left. Oof.
Our technological superiority was obvious.
Well, we'll explore everything here. Now, on our way to Kiavagamma. Janice is reporting about a disaster. Ghostly Xenos figure that appeared at dusk to go away at dawn in various swarms that attack one agricultural facility each night, freezing everything they touch. Attack takes place in complexes, close to the control sector. Okay. Okay, what do you think my advisors? Instead of relying on the wicked ways, so then it would be better to turn out a good priest. There are skilled exorcists in the ecclesiarchy who know how to drive out dark spirits. Ah. Yeah, sure. A group of haggard priests dressed in holy robes, accompanied by a retinue of repentant flagellants, had arrived on Janus, armed with scriptures and lasgun. They led their flock to battle against the inhuman wraith. The wraiths did not appear completely after battle. They didn't disappear completely, but they have started to appear less often and avoid human settlement. Nice. Okay, visit that. I forgot something. This will void. Lord Captain, the new report. Am I sending a request to exchange data? Should we accept it? Reply with an on request. The Vector is ignoring all our requests and continue to send us its own. The longer we do not accept their messages, the stronger and more persistent the incoming signal become. I do not see anything like this. Suddenly, a deafening screech erupts from the bridge's Vox system. You hear a violent tirade of garbled binary code, like the low chuckle of machinery. Lord Captain, interference detected in compartment Vox system, as the bridge is cut off from the rest of the void ship. Okay. The void ship bridge. Sounds of working cogitator and footstep. The everyday scene, is interrupted by an ear-splitting beeping sound, followed by lumens going out. In the dim glow of candles and emergency lights, one of the officers in frame cries out and falls to her knee, clutching her head. Over the beeping of boxes, shouts can only just be heard. What's going on? The doors are locked. We've lost contact with all compartments. One of the bridge officers turns to the throne. Lord Captain, the Vox stations are malfunctioning and overloading the system. None of our outgoing transmission are getting through. The incoming ones that do make it are distorted beyond interpretation. Decipher the incoming Vox transmission at all costs. Proceed. A team of decryption expert gets to work. Data set into socket. One of the Vox clerics leans over the console. Another is twisting something on the heart. Then bursts in and stabs herself in the eye with a steel cord. Another scream. A tech priest who was mid-prayer tears himself to pieces with his own mechadendrites. More and more lunatics are mutilating themselves and lunging at others. And Enforcer shows the rabbit servitor away from the Lord Captain as he rushes the crew, yelling orders. The emergency pick is fizzy. Nothing but a glimpse of people shouting. Racket and the Lord Captain's order. When many of the crate's crew members are either dead or bound and unconscious. The physical cluster around the Lord Captain are barely breathing but unharmed. Scrap code. The boys belong to the on-deck agency who has turned the Lord Captain from his station. We have been attacked with scrap code, a tech heresy designed to corrupt machines. The transmission received on the planet was infected with this taint. It is now running through the ship's veins. Omnissiah preserve us. The Voidborn officer appears with the Lord Captain once more. Whatever it is that is attacking us, we have a backup procedure that can circumvent the Vox barrier. In the atrium leading to the bridge, there is a terminal for an isolated system that might still be a lot pop. The pipes of other officers had burst. A burst of hot air flinging the Voidborn away from the Lord Captain. His body slamming straight to the cogitator panel. The peaked frame spin uncontrollably. The servo skull was jolted by the gust. The peaked recorder fogged over, the Vox picking up the crackling of electricity and a death cry. Gas on the bridge! A general attendant shouts, instantly double over, inhaling poisoned air. Command the crew to carry on their duty until the very last. Heedless to the gas spreading over the deck, the officer continues a flurry of work at the station, executing the order issued by the captain. Even when the doors to the bridge are open, the crew carries on for as long as they can. Last leaves the bridge, the captain runs out, coughing heavily. Leaning on support beams, the Trader takes several deep breaths, trying to flush his lungs with air. Then he straightens and smooths his uniform, head toward the goal, and now only to him, the servo skull only follows. The atrium is instead of panic. Silhouettes skitter around the dark hall, illuminated only by the flickering of emergency lumens. Curt orders and someone's feverish words of prayer can be heard. Having lost all communications, the beheaded ship is writhing in agony. It takes a while for the captain to find the cogitator mentioned by the fallen officer. The panel of the isolated terminal is riddled with cracks and bloodstains, and on the floor by the terminal, the tech priest is lying in a heap. with his head smashed. And technical liquids mixed with blood oozing out the spot. Rocket decides to take his chance restoring the terminal. Dr. rips the power key off from Tech Priest Make under it and open the cover on the terminal. Sparks fly to his face, but his confidence manipulation and tangled wired clang levers. After replacing the cover and ensuring the system is restored, the captain brings up the required data on the screens. Thanks to Rock Trader's effort and sacrifice of the senior bridge officers, the rest of the ship's compartment were able to suppress the panic and deal with the raging machine spirit with few casualties. No critical report. The walk to the bridge is uneventful. The crisis has passed. Although wounded and crippled, the ship nevertheless is returning to its normal operation. The bridge resembles a battlefield. The floor is strewn with corpses and cogitators are damaged, and the people inside are barely standing. Healers in masks are bagging up pale corpses. Technomats are hastily patching up the ruptured pipes, and surviving officers are trying to get the remaining cogitator back up and running. At the comp station, Rock Trader runs into the Voxmaster. President Perot, you're in one piece. Well, Captain, the situation both is satisfactory. I was just in the middle of setting up the com channels. Soon all the Voxcasters will be fully operational. Another man appeared in the picked frame, a junior officer, completely out of breath, carrying a heap of scrolls. The Voxmaster nodded at him. Ah, here are the reports, so Captain. If you find yourself able to return to the station, I can immediately give you a rundown of the state of the affair of the ship. That was something. Situation has been brought under control, more or less. It will take some time to eliminate the consequences of the attack completely, but the vessel is capable of motion. We may even be able to conduct a warp jump if you feel we should leave the system a bit up to date. The bridge suffered heavy losses. Yeah. Kerrigan have been signed after transmitting the harmful signal. It will refrain from sending inquiries to industrial world. To avoid a second attack, I'm afraid we have exhausted our options for remote analysis. More information can only be obtained by closing at this distance and then sending an away party to the planet surface. Time has come to remind you about our agreement. I must be printing our entourage, yeah. Yeah, that was something. This was planet didn't balance the bacteria proliferating. The extraction of ice was stopped. Much of a surprise, the technology for mining presently excavations aimed at extracting clay mineral in the planet's core enriched in iron and other metal. Contact the Stratium's Vox station. Turned out to be incendious core as latest investment. Because they investigated just in a few jumps in the crack system. While this world is a little valuable for the system, Steve sees just as an attempt to test the boundaries of the newly minted Rock Trader's leniency. Senator considers that unacceptable, insists on confiscating and rebasing the extraction that was illegally set up in the Fund Balances directory. Magos Pascal notes the unusual composition of the latest core subsequent development will allow the extraction of rare refractory mineral. So I decided to keep the extraction for itself. I get that. I listen to Pascal on that. People assume control as the frightened workers and the token security crew do not even attempt to resist. The extraction's machine are restarted shortly after. The mass containers filled with one precious ore delivered to the flagship's cargo hold. How much plasteel though? It didn't say. 3 plasteel. I have 33, I don't need that. But I'll keep the extractum. I will keep that.
Let us purge your enemies, rogue trader.
That's a lot of enemies. Infidel class raiders. 2 here.
Engage the engines!
I get all the
Torpedoes away!
torpedoes out around
Let
here.
the void sort them out. Keep up the pressure! With the force of a supernova. Coordinates set. Launch batteries. Volley.
Close. If I move by 1 tile, I'm in range and I
Salvo!
can finish him. Yes, I can. That's a long-range shot. Yeah, this one won't do too well, I think, but it's fine. White ship ram. Boop.
All hands, prepare for acceleration. Engage the engines. Fire at will. Let the void sort them out. Keep up the pressure. Torpedoes, away! Time to reap the spoils of the battle.
Budget management. First things first, repair. Back to cargo. Now. Yeah, getting more scraps. Why not? And let's go, Kiava Gamma. Heinrich's frown and his eyes sweep over the manufacturer's dark holes. No same ceremony, no official meeting with Maggie. I fear we are too late. We won't be dealing with clandestine heretics after all. Binary areas of alarm stream to the Pascal box synthesizer. In their neuronic broken rhythm, you sense a call to arms and a warning of danger. Any suggestion for how to proceed? To start, let's look around and find out why the arrival of the Rogue Trader did not elicit the usual fuss. To speak plainly, I would not count on a warm welcome at this rate. Better keep your weapon at the ready. What is your mission, Kirigama? I assume you will conduct an investigation to track down traces of the cult of the Final Dawn. I believe I can discard that plan now. Both the incident and the scrap code and the manner in which we were forced to land on Kiava indicate that the situation has taken a turn for the worse. Nevertheless, I must use opportunity and try to determine what the cult was doing on an industrial world and what specifically interested them on a planet full of sacred machines, servant of the Messiah. First, we must find someone who can tell us what's been going on here. If that is, there is anyone left here to speak to. Something I want to check, my dear. I prefer that one for now.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Ghetto is blessed with multifunctionality.
I guess you have our first fight against the servitors? No, you don't fight, okay. User logs. Discover the local data scrape content collected by the operators. Distribute them among the cogitator. The data representing million strings related to some raw materials. Okay. Net machine space for you to trick the system and subdue it to your will. Force query, crafting manipulation and control. Get you what you want. The execution of the new procedure has been delayed, but there are some in your rank who got the word of the fabricator sensor and his votaries, and there are some who are not susceptible to the sense protocol carried out.
I always have a backup plan.
Your mind is swathed in blue-grey smoke, Master Van Calox. A heavy color for heavy thoughts, I presume?
You are a dangerous person, Lady Orcelio. Well, all navigators are, but your abilities place you in a special category.
Always keep your eye on the prize. I always keep my options open.
Tech priest. The lamps protecting another tech priest's bedraggled red robe. He intended a mechanical implant in his body. You see his haggard and sickly face under the archaic respirator augmenting. A click and clank, a barely audible hiss, and his tech priest box finishes the word identification. Pascal, request denied. Turns to his visor gleaming crimson. Registering his anomalous behavior within the servant's organic and invalid nose for the respawn. This unit is compromised. You carefully study the robe-clad figure, black ball of necrosis spread out from around the tech priest's implant. For some reason, his body is rejecting the true flesh. A moment later, I recognize the dormant smell in the bucket of scent permeating the air of the tech priest, a stench of rotten meat. You had a way to greet the master of your world. Take a powder, external cogitator, read the process. Regarding the execution of fabricator sensor protocol 3942 recommended. Fabricator sensor, the traitor of the Imperium and humanity. Anticipated process disrupted. Execution disposal protocol recommended.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none. Crush them!
Oh boy. You guys are not ready for what is happening. You guys are not ready for what's going on.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
My place is at the fore. It will be done.
Guided by faith. Rejoice in battle. Faith without right is a prayer. Emperor.
Okay, I did not expect that. I didn't know they were going to explode. Well, that hurts for sure. You will heal yourself for the injury.
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it.
Temporary setback.
Naturally. The Emperor is on our side. I won't object to it. For the throat. Holy terror, smite your enemies. I won't object to it.
Here's my perfect moment.
Okay, Argenta, you should be able to finish this guy. You stay a bit away from him though. Here, it will be fine here. You don't need to move closer than that.
Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act. The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. Faith without deep. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Who, if not me? I'll make it happen. It's as good as done.
The old Messiah knows all. Successfully terminated.
Let us not dawdle. Rise to the top, or get left in the dust. always have a backup plan.
My warp sight reveals something.
The Emperor favors me today.
Is there money to be made?
Will I take damage from going through that? Most probably.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Martyrdom is a
Let us see what I found.
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
Look no further. Let me help.
I'll make sure to return the favor one day.
Let's patch you up.
God, I
We
only
have
need that.
a lot of medkits, so we can do that.
Let's
It's
patch
fine.
you up.
integrity factor increased.
Let me help.
Blessed be the hand of the healer.
Medkits, medkits. Yep, I have a lot of them. Here we go. Wait, I wanted to put this here.
Never doubt me.
A small, heavily augmented man in a filthy tattered robe stands before you. As you approach, he instantly looks up to you, his eyes filled with horror. A portable inscription with a keyboard hangs from the strap at his front, and you can see his detached cerebral corticator peeking out from under his hood. You have nothing to fear from us. Deus Mechanicus! The tech priest decides to take a better look at you, after which he lets out a ragged breath and manages to subdue his shaking. He heard my prayer. I thought I was alone in a kingdom of madness and depravity. Please save me. Tell me who you are, what happened to you. I am manufacturer Omlex Mechanic Zeta 86. I performed the ritual for the machine spirit of Foundry 95 up until we started going mad. Priests devoted to Messiah suddenly started praising the dawn or something or other. They stopped the belts and they desecrated the villages of the sacred machine with unholy symbols. Some of them resisted, the others grabbed them, tied them up, and then they turned their implants to heresy. I saw the madmen, my former tech comrades, deliberately connect those poor souls to corrupted cogitators. I watched as they were infected with the scrap code, and did nothing to stop them. I am recording a violation of commandment of thine of own forge, be a true sentinel. Apostate Zeta 86, your says are heavily revoked. Proceed with your report. The icy rumble coming from Pascal Box caused the ex-mechanic to lower his head in fear and contrition. How did he manage to avoid the same fate? I didn't avoid it. It performed the same procedure on me. I failed to touch the unholy code. I allowed it to control me. I abandoned my sacred post and followed one of the traitors, serving his will and gathering all the data for his blasphemous experiments. I was driven by an unholy impulse coming from the depth of my X-ray cogitator, but the code had lodged itself. Before I found a way to throw out the compulsion, I witnessed horrifying heresy, the extraction of a true flesh, and its decomposition on altars, perverse procedures that resulted in heretical abomination. Heretical. I even accompanied the fallen Magos to the fabricator censor himself and turned the unholy mass he led personally. It was a wicked ritual, full of willful deviation and blatant inaccuracies, all to create an ungodly monster in the name of the final dawn. You don't like the other tech priests. Praise the gift to the Messiah managed to disconnect my eternal cogitator, which I use for primary data processing. The machine is corrupted, the swap code is locked inside it, like a beast in a cage, but anyone who tries to look inside will fall victim to the heretical program. My primitive brain has been marked by corruption. I still see the seed words, he has an interference, I sense the malfunction of my augmentics, but I was still saved from the great sacrifice. Oh, blessed are the workings of the Messiah and his benediction that shelters the weak from evil. Heinrich tenses ever so slightly the Lex Mechanic's words. You see his hand casually stray to the handle of his weapon, but the interrogator is in no hurry to act. You mentioned a monster, some kind of weapon. No, those contracts are melted down in the furnaces and sent to the Death Manufactorum. It is some kind of semblance of a cogitator, a nightmarish parody of a sacred machine, powered not by the Messiah's grace, but by the unholy spirits and life force of unfortunates imprisoned on the lower levels. I don't know much, except that the fabricator censor saw that machine as special. It was special to him, to the crazies who defy the Messiah's abode with their obscene blasphemy. For the final ritual, he even called upon one of the Astartes heretics who arrived at Manufactorum after the start of the prizing. He did something terrible, and only after that was able to switch the machine on. So there is a Chaos Space Marine in here. Oh shit. It is a true abomination. Even standing near it is unbearable. I believe that even those who have been deprived of the Messiah's grace still feel its influence on them. Its monstrous power utilized for unholy computation and chaotic calculations. Whatever the cogitator might spew out at the end of its cycle, no righteous soul should accept its heinous offering. Okay, you mentioned someone in prison on the lower level. The lady servant of the main units, they live in isolated segments under the sacred machine halls. I heard they were locked in here after the takeover. Then my crazed brethren changed the system for disposing of slack waste and covered the machine in cursed symbols. Other trusted cogitators dragged the survivors out of the segment into the machine halls. Well, what the survivor had turned into. They demonstrate exceptional power of observation recall for someone who just happened to survive. I'm a Lex Mechanic, gathering data is the purpose of my existence. That's even what they use me for. Oh, they used me against my will, scrap code, turned everyone into a slave. Before I rid myself of the cogitator, I was forced to serve alongside those who perpetrated their atrocity and witnessed their obscenities. How did they behave? Like the great Messiah had left them entirely, repressing free thought and process with blackest corruption. I witnessed them desecrating structure blessed by the fabricator censor himself. Though, what does the blessing of that rotten traitor count for now? Like men possessed, they set upon the sacred instrument and assembled shells, and no, that didn't match any diagram and blueprint I've ever seen. Sacrilege. Heinrich, what do you make of it? Servant of the Messiah must know more. But the final done fabricator censor his mass, with the machine as well. I could give you the coordinates, but even though I was present for many blasphemies committed by those heretics, all details were captured and processed by my true flesh, and in the augmentic that was corrupted by scrap code. I am convinced that if I hadn't thought of that forensic compulsion in time, I would have been doomed. The corruption would have spread to my biological cogitator as well. I swear that no Devotech priest should come into contact with what's hidden in that one sacred device. I will notice the recognize his fakes, and once he does, he sees sight heavily and looks away. Heinrich, what are you thinking? He doesn't speak for several seconds, gritting his teeth, and in a meditative tone, although he is musing them aloud, he addresses the Lex Mechanic. So there may be a way to retrieve the cogitator's content via another device. He shakes his head in reproach. Even if the very idea of exposing a holy machine to scribe code wasn't profane itself, Mogmatic are not universally compatible. They cannot be connected to any other machine spirit, so I created an attack within the system of my true flesh to innervate my computer unit and output data via inscriber. Once I'm safe, I swear I will immediately perform a cleansing rite and destroy. In other words, there's only one way to extract data stored in the cogitator. What are you talking about? If you connect the cogitator to the magnetic system, the X-Mechanic will serve as a conduit for transmitting data. We'll learn details, even if they are incomplete, of the thing he saw and heard, but is now unable to recall. So the X-Mechanic, who has been listening to our discussion in puzzlement, finally understands what is going to happen to him. He begins to back away in fear. No, anything but that. I'll die. No, I'll become worse than that. I'll succumb to corruption. I'm begging you, please. I'd rather be burned as a heretic than have the scrap code in my biological cogitator. At these words, Heinrich pauses for a fraction of a second, almost as if he's reconsidering. Pascal, in failing to offer any resistance against the Omnius Messiah, Unit Zeta 86 lost the grace of his machine rank and was recategorized as a resource manufactorum. The defilement and torment of said resource, if committed to advance to struggle against heresy, will not be deemed an apostasy of malefaction against a living soul. Upon expiry of the unit's utility, disposal is recommended. We can't allow information to go to waste. One life is a small price to pay for the good of the Imperium. For the good of the Imperium. Like a snake, he lunges at the Lex Mechanic, whose mouth opened in the beginning of a sequel. Yep. Pinning the black-being Lex Mechanic, he uses his free hand to feel for the connector of the external cogitator, and then for the socket at the back of the captive's neck. So Lex Mechanic struggled a few times, but when Heinrich twists the reel and the cogitator hanging wires, Lex Mechanic lets out a chilling howl and arcs his back sharply. His hand twitch and leap to the inscriber and begin to typing furiously, pounding on the keys with a huge force. Cassia, who has been stoically observing everything, flinches and averts her gaze when the Lex Mechanic starts crushing his own fingers into a pulp. The scroll that creeps out the inscriber printer continues to grow, undulating in waves of parchment that settle on the floor. The crunch of the breaking bones can scarcely be heard over the hammering of the keys. After several minutes, the X-Mechanic's fingers are well and truly crushed and blood is spattered over the inscriber, but does not stop him trying in vain to press the keys with scraps of bones and skin that remained. Heinrich tears up the parchment and skirms his eyes over it, so that frowning and looking away, I thought his eyes are paining him. It will take time to study this in full, but at first glance, the data from the X-Mechanic's cogitator suggests something of the nature of the cult's major preparation. Refitting the Manufactorum, accumulating resources, mention of focus point. These are preparation for large-scale chaos ritual. It appears the local cogitator, whatever that may be inactually, is one of the key points in the list. We can learn more if we find the construct that was created on the fabricator sensor's orders. Coordinates are here. It's located here in the bowels of Manufactorum. Gets a final look at the Lex Mechanic, now locked forever in the cycle of mindless motion, and turns away. We had better hurry. Poor guy, but oh well. We need information. You're corrupted. Whatever. Ooh. What are your gloves right now? It's not bad, but I prefer what I found, which is plus 25% critical damage on top of some ballistic skill. Like, yeah, it's always good to have more ballistic skill as well. Especially like when doing some things like lowered accuracy, because we're doing like okay, cannot go there. Because we're doing like a burst of fire.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Okay.
Let us not dawdle.
Okay. I suppose that's the leader. The something sensor, I forgot. Fabricator sensor. Cubis Delphim. The massive Magos, clad in ritual garbs, let out of barbaric thrill and turns to you. From beneath the deep hood of his mantle, two dimly lit eye implants gaze out at you. You hear another binary tirade. Some clear address at you. Damn, he looks menacing, but he looks cool, not gonna lie. What's the matter, attentive comrade? Implants on the blink, forgotten how to speak properly? You dare address me in the vile tongue of savages, me, the steward of Kavagamma, lord of the machine world. Kneel, pathetic spawn, if you seek swift disposal. You propose that I, a rock trader of the Von Valence's line, kneel before you. I'm giving you 5 minutes. No, not to beg forgiveness, to speak your last words and to offer your final confession. You are one of the troglodytes who once had the gall to oppress my comrades and resist my will. A messenger from the barbarian who drank sacred unguent bestowed upon her stout author toil. Very well then. Your appearance is a perfect opportunity to teach your ilk a lesson. My name is Cubis Delphim. I once held the title of Fabricator Sensor of the Kavagamma Manufactorum, but I rejected it, along with the other fetters that hindered the process. Once my faith was flawed and led naive fools from the cult Mechanicus into the darkness of ignorance, now I am this world's master and serve the true gods. You tread upon that territory and you do not number among their legion servants. Therefore, you must be subject to immediate disposal. Just a sec. Okay, so I had some a lot of notification on Discord, and we are back. As a senior functioning member of the Priesthood of Mars, I, Magos Explorator Pascal Henneman, declare this temple to machine god compromised and forthwith forbid all service within it. I dethrone Fabricator Sensor, the ignorant heretic who has betrayed the Messiah, and condemns as anathema any and all standard procedures implemented by him. Let the cycle of the blasphemous operation I has put in motion be discontinued. Pascal switches to Benaric and you hear dissonance burgeoning in the depths of the Forge Cathedral. Some of the giant mechanism heeds his order and goes still while others, obeying Fabricator Sensor's will, continue their work. Crash and explosion and the clank of crumpling metal signify that some dissent among the machines has interrupted the Manufactorum's production cycle. Hanuman, liar, I under him. Demands another man obeys me, his mind is open to the voices of the void and the scrap code he created protects my world. I'll not have you rusted refuse from the misfit cat of exploiter called me ignorant. This system is false, your regalia has been revoked, you have been deemed defective and will be eliminated. Initiating heretic search. Attack with a renounce the dogma of the cult. Okay. Technician, Demonstration of the man, I wish to execute the retribution procedure. What do you do to the governor? The removal and service artifact was the first step. Only my comrade he did the call the truth can reach a quality channel into present dogma. Poor Gafrak, 10 or so years back he told me he felt uneasy about the presence of the tin can comrades. I mean the esteemed Adeptus Mechanicus. He casually complained about not having been dealt a normal planet. I have to honor his memory with a prayer once we have finished purging this place. Thankfully the Procurator Censor here did not require any coercion to confess to treason. But we did one massive another. I would have expected the Procurator Censor to be smarter than that. Gives a piercing bell audible sound that makes your inside shudder. I will rip out your spinal column and braid it under my staff, you arrogant creature. This is my world, it will serve only me. Even a cursor analyzes data show that the probability of this outcome is negligible. You, like the predecessor, are but an artifact of second calculation, one that requires minimal resource to revise. You may be driven by your will to fight, but notice Kavagama has already been converted. Its lines have been restructured and servants have already tasted the fruit of its progress. The crucibles manufactured on terrible liquid metals will be used to forge vessels for the sacred spirits. The depths already tired is delving deeper into new mysteries that were once barred by false tenets. You, servants of the fake gods, are too late. The entire might of this world will soon rise up against the anathema and his slaves. So many open admission of heresy in so few sentences. Sister, how many death sentences would you say his words warrant? I can answer that, Master Fankarax. It is my duty to measure the guilt of heretics. When the Data Authorities appear before enemies of the Imperium, it is time to fire, not count. And now is one of those time. Check the chronometer. Your 5 minutes have passed. I hereby sentenced you to death and will be the one to carry it out. Comrades, purge manufacture of any random viables. I must prepare for the culmination of our great work. What I'm keeping in mind that there may be a space, like a Chaos Space Marine in this place. And if there is, it means it will have a big fight.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Wait.
I guide humanity between the stars.
Okay, Cassia will take care of what's above here with the help of Ablard to tank.
Always there for you.
At the bottom we'll have the others, pretty much.
Do you require an audience? My warp site reveals something.
Oh, that's a trap. Okay.
I'm not accustomed
I'll
to
make
using
an
Mars.
example out of you.
If I may, try to die with grace, at least. Do not dare ask.
Oh well, it's not too bad. Just like
I
that.
have read tomes of military tactics. Another foe painted black.
So the trap doesn't activate for this guy for some reason. Okay. Well, good to know.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Each strike is a prayer.
Oof. Okay, Argenta, okay.
I'll do it. In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave. As the Emperor commands, I act. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. Doubt is for the weak. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. By eradicated.
Not bad, not bad.
Channel my pain into
Oh, excuse me, what? Metazoa pattern arc rifle. When you hit a target, an arc rifle also attack an enemy within 2 cellular targets. Hits cover instead of Argenta. Deals 22 shock damage to cover. Triggers over penetration. Deals 4 shock damage to Argenta. Misses Argenta. Hits cover. Like, how many times did he attack? It is 16 damage to Henrik. 15 damage to Argenta, 19 damage to Henrik, 18 damage to Argenta, 20 damage to Henrik. It hits Henrik like 3 times even. 3 times. Excuse me, what? I think there's been a... I think there's a bug here. That's very weird. I think it was a bug. And it was very painful.
Guided by faith. With you, my Emperor. I'll do it. As the Emperor none can escape the Emperor's judgment. Doubt is for the weak eradicated. I'll do it. God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. As the Emperor commands, I act.
That should be fine. Heinrich, my dear, you're in a bad state. Just saying. Just saying you're in a very bad state right now.
Let's see to it. I need a foothold.
You wait here for now.
Taking calculated risk is in my second nature. I'll make it happen.
Inspire. Oh, she's too far for the Inspire.
You should feel honored to witness this.
Faith without
Get
deeds
away from
is
me. And now,
As
take
the
this.
Emperor commands, I act.
Okay. There's no one inside for that, sadly.
I'll do it.
I thought I would have this, but apparently not. Okay, now I can for some
Now
reason.
For the weak.
Oh, there is an enemy here. Ooh, hello there. I did not see you.
Rejoice in battle. For you, my emperor.
Oof. He has 10 stack of burn. Yeah, you're dead. I want to say you're very much dead.
Faith
Reload.
without deeds is worthless. I'll do it. As the emperor commands, I act.
I might finish the job just in case.
Each strike is a prayer.
I could do that, but she didn't have anyone in sight anymore, so it wouldn't be very useful.
I don't need luck. I have strategy.
Something I wanted to check was passive abilities. I wanted to check the exact description. Stabilizing factor, I think that is this. Each turn. Okay. Okay. So if I give him an additional turn, he should be able to heal himself without increasing the degradation. He increased it by a bit. Oh well. He still healed at least. At least he healed.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. I will do my... an exemplary strike. It will be done. At your beck and call.
Advancing. prognosis is favorable. My vow is to serve. Request approved.
And he missed. He has this though.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. I am a navigator, not a servitor. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Agenta should be able to kill all of them at this point. Except maybe the two small ones, that's for sure. The other one, I'm not so sure. She go here. Rivaling Slaughter.
As the Emperor commands, none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Oh yeah, he's very much dead.
Doubt is for the weak. Each strike is a prayer.
Oof.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deed eradicated.
There is still one enemy, right?
I'll do it.
The one on the trap over there. This guy. Who did not move at all. Okay.
Naturally.
I'll make it happen.
One fewer target.
Join me in prayer. The light of terror
Agenta,
shines
you will go disarm this trap first. I don't want an accident to
I
happen.
better myself through my service.
I'm at your service.
You will cure this injury just in case.
I needed that.
Okay. Just a random power sword, nothing special.
Is there money to be made?
The machine god grants the insight.
This pile of human remains, carelessly tossed together amidst a suffocating stench. The torn, gutted bodies once belonged to tech priests, but cannot spot even a glint of metal anywhere. All their implants are gone. Suddenly, one of the ravaged body makes the tiniest movement. The tortured man's lips move ever so slightly, his half-closed eyelid twitching. A proud, still breathing man. The man can barely breathe without his respirator implants. It is a miracle he survived a horrific dissection. It takes you a single look at the gaping wounds where the augment was ripped out to realize death is only a matter of time. As if having sensed your presence, the half-dead man looks at you and sharply inhales the hot air. Machine spirit, deliver me. The Pinnacle Requiem coming from Pascal's voice sounds solemn and grim. When hearing the man's mutilated face, twists into a weak semblance of a smile. Who did this to you? My comrades. His voice is barely audible. It seems each word takes a man a great deal of effort. The machine spirit has your Messiah truly abandoned us. Kevagama has fallen into the maw of the eternal enemy. The holy Magi succumbed to heresy. The rest were stripped earth through flesh. To feed the heresy, preserve us, deliver me from hearing. Sacrifice living blood from vessel through flesh, while the heart is still beating after that oblivion. I knew you would come, I've waited so long, deliver me from my torment. Horrible fate to be betrayed by one's own. I tell that the three categorical requirements for assigning the status of martyr or the faith have been met. Opposition to the enemy, preservation of the adherence to dogma, and brutal death, requesting the right to extract the subject's organic matter for it to be used in creation of an honorable silver skull. It's an honor, I'm thankful for the right to serve. Still your heart, servant of the Imperium, your word will help me bring down those who have betrayed Kevagamma. Something flashed in the man's eyes as your word have allowed him to gather much his strength. Gritting his teeth, he barely raises his head, passing his mad gaze at you. May the Messiah strengthen my will, my ruinous distance of variation. No, machine spirits, angel of Deus Mechanicus, that I saw Ferocious Censor himself ripping the flesh out of our tape comrades, and chanting a litany of a vessel of corruption. Sarcophagi forged from corrupted metal, unholy shells designed to house evil. The Fabricator Censor does not serve the Messiah, he obeys different powers, the one whose herald came to Kavagamma at the onset of the insurgency. His most spring lies in corruption. Fee him, for he is. The world escapes a man the moment along the last breath, and he spends the last bit of strength and confession goes limp in your arm forever this time. He's a word bearer or something similar.
Detail is the key to success.
Okay.
I always have a backup plan.
Is there anything down there? Oh, some
Prevails.
goods.
I always keep
So
my
there are
options open.
2 doors. Well, we'll open them and we'll see.
Operation successful.
Okay, they don't connect behind that. This one seems to be just a storage. Melta weapon. Abelard has proficiency with meta weapon. He has 1. It's similar. That's better armor penetration though. Damage is similar, but better armor penetration, better range, and the cost is not the same. Biomancy, Staff of Blood. Henrik is not using the staff.
What advice do you seek?
Oh well. Fox access to cogitator, etc. You gain access to cogitator system, device magic can do nothing to defeat it hides in the depth of its lair. Awaken. There's a level and read the control panel disturbs the slumber of the spirit that resides within the cogitator. The machine dawdle that is drowsy but nevertheless performs a assigned function. He waits for new command, okay. I suppose we'll go in this. No? Or we will walk in the on the rail, probably. We will probably walk on the rail. Let's open that first. Oh, a crack in the wall. I don't need to destroy, to blow up the wall though.
Let us see what I found.
Never doubt me.
This number deep scratches, leg but huge claws in the surface. Despite apparent damage, the machine seems to be in working condition. Use a log. Nothing of interest. Okay, activate the emergency lowering bridge protocol. Okay, so what did he do then? I guess in the fight I could have used this to crush some people that weren't many enemies there, so... Oh well. Use a log, supply production ascension. Yeah, become part of the focus is not all assembly part, but augments extracted from living tech priests. Okay. Story that can be completed by twisted mind, touched by chaos, ascension, chaos worshipper. Yeah. I see.
Rogue trader.
Okay.
Is there money to be made?
Stop! There!
How stupid is that?
My warp sight reveals something.
How stupid is that?
Your seneschal is always there for you. This wound will make a fine scar.
The Emperor favors me today. Duty prevails.
Keep your wits about you.
Wait, what? Was there something at the door?
I always keep my
Okay, so that's probably the next part. For now, we'll turn it and check what's on the other side.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
Okay. So now we try to go around it. Is it possible? Maybe. If everyone just accept to move a bit away from that.
To take risks.
Thank you.
The Emperor sets my path. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay, no, not really.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Magos Pascal, has the investigation of the augments extracted from your fellows borne any fruit?
The unit, Heinrich Van Kellogg's, does not have clearance to access this information.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
I think I heard something.
Let us know door.
As it should be.
Just some machine, I guess.
Is there money to be made?
Stop. There.
Okay, there's some cultists. Chaos Marine. The Chaos Space Marine turns over the tech priest's bowed head like a dark cliff. He's reacting to summon, slowly almost chanting from the mere sound of his deep, low voice. You break into a cold sweat and your gorge rises. Listen for my words reveal to you a path from darkness into the primordial truth, which has thrown open its gate for weird souls seeking deliverance from the shroud of lies and torment and enslavement. Your minds have shed the bond of dogma that has guided you into the abyss. Accept now a hope granted to you by the greatest of the word bearers. Sacrilege, he on the solid imperial world. He hisses through gritted teeth. And your meeting on Rick and Minoris wouldn't be the last, but to run into an anathema here, Kiavagama did not merely succumb to heresy. Your word is in the clutches of the greatest evil known from the Imperium. Gathers from Brez Random's signature accordance. Where is it? Yeah, enter the summon with a paean to the God Emperor. Plus 1 action point. Nice. Permanent. The word of the righteous hymned, cut through a torrent of heretic impious proclamation. You feel as if the light of the Emperor himself touches your heart, warming it with grace and protecting from the malignant corruption. The Chaos Marine roars in fury as the priest turns and charge you as in queue. He has 418 HP. Woof. Okay. Will I be able to stun him? Now that's the question. That's a great question. I do that to lower the willpower. His willpower is at 12. He is staggered, but not stunned. Okay. He plays very late compared to some others, so it's not too bad.
If only that were possible.
Oh, she's a bit too far. Apparently. Apparently she's a bit too far. Everyone will gather here. These two are... this one is not stunned. Huh. I guess he succeeded his check. Okay, I moved him a bit.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Okay, these two.
I will bathe this battlefield. Doubt for the weak. Faith without
Revel in slaughter. Now we do this. Ah.
doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act. I bring rule.
Running like an override. My vow. The oldest of comprehensible.
House.
Boost her a lot. Inspire. Bonus turn, let's go.
God Emperor.
This guy is stunned, so I think I will focus the Space Marine.
As
Oof! Argenta, my dear! Heretical Editus Astartes. Yeah. No, thank you. And basic chain axes.
My warp site reveals something.
When the faithful are idle, heresy grows. I better myself through my service.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
The Emperor favors me today.
Oh! He's here. Time to check the rest then.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Your high distant click. Okay. Oh.
Intriguing.
Only manually by finding the suitable valve. Okay. Oh. I guess we found it. It wasn't too hard. It was not that hard.
Stop. There.
Okay. Well, she did not get hit at least.
I'll see what I found.
Okay. So, I don't have an idea.
Emperor sets my path.
Can you disarm this? No. Did anyone get hit? No. Okay. Furnace was the presence of faint blink. Okay, let's check that. Input the code to disable traps. Request third as data. Apparently, he didn't like me requesting Theodora's data. Duration permanent. Oh well. So the trap did not even get disarmed. Yeah.
Let us not
Look no further. If such
Okay, we're good. This place is a maze. Where does that lead? Oh, I found goods everywhere. Nice. I'm glad I took the time to explore.
Operation successful.
Mold, it's not dealing much damage. Flamer, yeah, I'm not using any flamer.
always keep your eye on the price.
We did not explore that part yet. Yeah, the Valencius, right? Yes. Oh, Dements! Initiating arrest procedures unit is using a fabricated identification code, which consists of grade 4 transgression. Pascal, do you have any preference regarding the killing of your former tech comrade? There is no need for secrecy, let him understand. Following a voluntary surrender, I would be willing to commute the punishment from immediate discretion to arrest and isolation. Purpose of conducting an exhaustive interrogation. A wise decision, Pascal. Request denied, tech comrade, you will have to pull what I know out of my head. Combat Servitor, corrupted rust thing. Yeah, sure. I can see all of them, but I cannot target all of them. I might have to... If I move here... I can have all of them. I can. Okay. So we'll do that. We'll... cannot have both of them here. I'm not sure I can stun Demons anyway, so I might just focus on stunning the two others. Just like... Oh, it's out of my sight. Right. Well, I guess one Servo Skull will make it out. This should be fine. He's not stunned, actually. What? They cannot be stunned that way, I suppose. Demons is stunned. Okay. Ouch. Oh, he's giving an additional turn to this guy. Dodge. Okay, Argenta. She's going to have some fun. 65%. Damn. Yeah, she has the intoxication, right? Okay, the Server Skull is dead. That's good. Fan Calyx. Okay, that's done. Now you give her another turn. Argenta is so strong. Since Monster assisted the Heretic's corpse, after a long silence, he says in a hollow voice, I am taking his neural cogitators. Data contained within must be analyzed to supplement the catechism of maintenance and operation. Do whatever you deem necessary. I won't pretend I know what to do with the tech priest and stuff like that. All the things related to the Amnesia and everything. That's a better version, actually. Medium. Plus 10% armor if intelligence is more than 55. Plus 3 deflection. Yeah, we would collect it. Sure. And he's the one who would get it. So the Fireblast Carapace is giving deflection against fire damage, immunity to burning. Yeah, so it's not too bad. Never say that. Okay, so I explored everything here. So now the only place left would be... There's a place I could enter over there. I guess for now I will just take care of the boss. But, oh, it's not here. Oops, sorry, it's over there. Because like the other place I could enter would be like the assembly line or whatever, like where the machine are like building stuff. Who is talking to me? Like so many. Okay, and who's pinging me here? Okay, are we good? Yes, I got pinged everywhere at the same time. Like what? Anyway, corrupted technomat. Yeah. Oh boy, that's a machine. Probability of navigating your way of reaching the inner line was negligible. Predator's guards me and my work. Then why is that variable as yet to be eliminated? Yeah, the schemes of the Venus power are powerless against the servants of God Emperor who are guided by his light. Gross misconception of the primitive mind, the existence of a statistical error should be corrected. As a strange construct on the line of manufacture what machine are creating here. Still creation destined to serve the design of the truth. Did you see the elegance of their form, their flawless ergonomics? Yeah. Sure. Oh, there are two of them. Oh shit. He just crushes the guys in his way, casually. Witness the weapon designed to carry the glory of the true God into the darkness. Ah, yeah. For the Imperium, for the God Emperor. Down, down. Oh boy, Forge Fiend. This one is stunned. Okay. This one is not. I just leveled up. Can I level up before the fight? No, I cannot. Shit! Da, ba, da, 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 da. She plays first, then Fabricator Sensor, and then the Forge Fiend. Okay. I should spread my guys. Ah, Blood, my dear, you are a tank. You will act like a tank. You'll go in the middle of it. Oh, wait, no, that's a bad idea. If I want to try to stun them, it's a very bad idea. Okay, you'll go here. I could want to destroy that as well. No, you'll go here. Start. Okay, we'll have to lower their willpower and see if we can stun them. That would be nice. Okay, this one is not stunned, and the boss is not stunned. This one will die from the burn. This one as well. Okay, this one is not stunned, sadly. Okay. Argenta, sister, can you start doing your magic, please? Close to the... Well... Okay, that didn't do much. It did a tiny bit, but not too much. Okay. Hanuman, my dear, you will focus on the small guys in front of you, probably. Boom! Nice. You will end your turn here. Argenta will focus the boss. And some Stray Bullet mild damage, I think, behind. That's a good part. Okay, this guy is dead. This was a versatility stack. As the Emperor's command, yep. She's not dealing much damage, this guy has so much armor. But oh well. It's still a bit of damage. You'll do this for now. Oh. 2 HP, ready. Ready. I reload. Pascal will finish him, it's fine. This thing is... Dodge, dodge, okay. Wasn't it stunned? Nice. Thank you for the help. I did on Cassia, she can still do her little stare now. And hit, yeah, she hit the guy at the back and the three big ones. Which gives her enough point to give it a new turn for Argenta. She's not dealing much damage because he has so much armor, but it starts piling up. He does not like that. And the thing behind with over penetration is nearly dead. Just from the over penetration. It's dead. Just from the over penetration. I love it. Oh, he should be dead from the burn, right? How many? How much? Okay. Okay. Like, the guy has 340% armor. It's fine, right? I love it though. Anyway, I can't finish him. Just realized. Okay, so the boss is dead. Very good. Very good stuff. No, Argenta, you have a new turn! And here we go. Okay, what do we have now? This is not bad. Fan Calax, you will get... Sorry, just a sec, I will turn on the lights. Okay. Why? What will I pick now? That's a good question. Wait, you can get this. Okay, Cassia. We'll pick some navigator talents again. Eye of Oblivion is good, even though she doesn't have that much perception. Or she have a decent perception, never mind. And ebb and flow. Here we go. Basically more and more of these. She has 90 fellowship, damn. Shadow Spoil is not too bad. He's not always the one doing the final blow. Ooh. Beacon of Might. Yeah, it's a good one. Okay, Argenta. Should gain +4 ballistic skill. Yeah, it's not very useful. Armor with the stacks. Adaptability, yes. This will be super strong. Like, you have the crit chance increasing by 10%. Every time she gains a stack of vulnerability. But she can, on the first one, she'll gain like 3 stacks. Maybe even 4 if she kicks. So it's like 30-40%. Yeah, can go very high. Okay. +20 to tech use, okay. Mass pattern, last gun, meh. What do you have here? It's this thing. +10 to tech use, so yeah, could be +20 instead. Let's go. Tech use at 162. With that, if I don't manage to get my tech use checks, I don't understand. Return to void ship. No, I will first enter the place. I was in the place. I want to explore. Wait, it was over there. It was over there. To the inside. Manufacture of Kiavagamma. Numerous wires and pipes run to the filthy cages, but are filled with what looks like a conglomeration of human bodies. You cannot make out who is in this cage. The bright blue sparks flash intermittently in the darkness, while the mass of flesh twitches and shudders. Ugh. Harmony casts a scrutinizing eye over one of the cages before withdrawing his weapon, approaching, examining what lies. Thank. Careful, Heinrichs. Look at it. The metal bar you see it's through a pile of human bodies, or something that used to be. The monstrously deformed bodies are fused together in places, while others are severed using saws and knives. Leaving wounds seeping pus and slime, wounds that are agglutinating and sprouting tendons. Rods connected to wires that run nearby cogitator bristle across the flesh. One of the human heads turned to you. Mercy. Mercy, make it stop. The persisting mass of flesh creature in the cage seems to become several bodies strung together. You see no sutures or any other mean by which the separate part could have been connected. Among the layers of meat you can discern large knots of muscle, various limbs exposed, bones, part of faces, entire heads. Only warp sorcery is capable of creating such an abomination while preserving its ability to live on. What is this? I'm going to have some ideas. Rex Mechanicus mentions inhabitants of lower level will be imprisoned in their homes. He said some of them were brought here. The cultists did something to these people in their own homes and now they're studying the result. It's kind of slag waste disposal and chaos symbol machine. What does that actually mean in doing to the people of the lower level? To know the working dark sorcery means allowing corruption to oneself. They have warp mutation, no doubt. Perhaps there was some side effect, and it's why they were brought here. to be connected to censor the cogitators, even fallen tech priests who has rejected the Messiah, are driven by the perverted hunger for knowledge. Why are you so hooked up to cogitators? Lingua Techni is corrupted by scrapped code. I'm sure I suddenly would be able to extract anything of value. You. Okay. Who are you talking to? What did they promise to you? Who are they? You took us from the Inferno. You promised us a reward. You. What? I'll be damned, they can still speak. They remember the people who did this to them. Perhaps the little biomancy will allow us to draw a fragment of knowledge out of them. It will trigger further changes. I see Megos. They are your comrade, if I may ask. Do you feel any compassion for them? At various regrets. Regret for the losses that these poor people represent to the Adeptus. Hello, Nico! Welcome to the stream. Negative. I'm currently observing is not my tech comrades, but merely the biologically functioning remain fashioned into some specimen of a natural perversion of technology. I am under directive to feel affinity for such specimen. Okay, Heinrichs, let's go. Do your thing, Heinrichs. He says for a moment and closes his eyes. When by another worldly chill, the mass of flesh in the cage suddenly rears up. The mutant wrenches open its glued up together lips and begin wailing frantically. The shrieking is echoed by a chorus of howls and tortured moans coming from the neighbor cages. The mutant change before your eyes, the tumor recede like an ebbing tide, revealing an emaciated female face twisted in agony. The woman gasps for air, stretches her mobile neck, and exclaims, "Liar! You promised to kill me! You promised me deliverance! Every one of you, everyone told me to have hope, and the pain would go, accept the truth, but for that is hope. My only hope is to be freed from this pain. Please make it so." A lump of flesh behind her head shudders and sends out smooth, fat tentacles that cover her wailing face and drag it into itself. You feel the pressure in your ears from the cage. You hear a steady, almost imperceptible sound that fills you with despair and horror. With a sigh, he lowers his hand, looks at the creature, but in a cage does it become. Wetly gleaming mass and meat crystal that no longer bears any hint of its human origin. It pulses vigorously. And that's it, the meditation of dying people. Notice that what it said about hope sounds like a lie of chaos, which it uses to take root in weak minds. I bet the corrupted tech priest repeated his phrases like an echo. Do you know what bothers me, drug traders? The number of people here are too few. The lower level of similar manufacturers are inhabited by millions. What happened to the rest of them? No, I won't like the answer. Oh no. What a lovely place.
Corruption, which means that it must be cleansed with fire down to the last crevice.
Sister, tame your fervor. Your zeal is laudable. But first, I must ascertain the intentions of the archenemy, not crush his manifestations without a second thought.
Data vault. Massive cogitator. Yeah, since you guys putting cogitator in tingling. Okay. Stop getting lost. This is the creation of the archenemy. Don't go near it. You have done enough for me and my mission. Don't put yourself at risk now. Okay, what will you do, Heinrichs? He takes the step towards cogitator. Yeah. Wincing, Heinrichs approaches the control panel and bends down towards the screen. Despite the heat clogging the room, you feel an icy cold breeze. He's clearly using his psycho abilities to try to fend off the pernicious effect of the chaos artifact. The Messiah's grace has not touched the subject. The mechanism was not desecrated, but born, flawed, and unnatural, almost profane. Initiating observation log. Let not fear stand in the path of knowledge. Keep your distance and wait. Heinrich examine the cogitators. His voice was a whisper. Sacrifices, more and more sacrifices every minute. Hecatomb determinant. The warm discussed machine is down on the lower level. The auxiliary enumerator controls the system and delivering molten waste to the manufacturer main building. The container is fueled by the energy harness for thousands of people who are flowing beneath our feet as slag waste as we speak. I can't even imagine the reason for sacrificing all these people. It's inconceivable. Now we know why the Fabricator Sensor prized this monster so highly. The Cursed Tech Priest and his associates created something that went beyond the limits of the Omniscience's power. The machine is designed to process myriad possibilities using warp sorcery. It has almost finished its task. It predicts the future, Keegan Lupin. Heinrich, are you alright? I'll be fine. How is that even possible? Do not attempt to gain an insight into this into the machine corrupted the arch enemy. The fruit it bears, no matter how burned the stones, the fruit could be useful. Heinrich stared at the corridor screen. Let's allow the machine to finish its calculation. I wish to know what precise the cult's minion was so desperate to see in the future. Perhaps if we were to increase the power, it would be finished sooner. I have to check something. Okay, apparently it's not the one moment I can lose Heinrichs. Cut the power supply. This spawn of chaos has no place on my world. He fails to stop you in time. You blow, send the torn cable whipping out in every direction. Screamer of Sieged. Heinrichs will be mad at me, I don't care. I do not take risk with the chaos. Nope, nope, nope. I refuse. It is stunned. Okay, it won't last long then. What have you done? Years of work, agents' lives sacrificed to uncover the cult's secret and destroyed all in one fell swoop. I know it and you do. I did what the lower servants of the Emperor would. He silent for a few minutes. Yes, King Levan, you acted as the will of the Imperium dictates to all its humble lay people. It was a mistake to trust that you would see the difference between people like me and people like you. I think Rocktrader's Inquisition will hear about this in my report. Yeah, sure. The Inquisition will hear about it. I refuse any chaos engine like that. And if he has to leave my retinue at one point, well, too bad. I hope he won't, but... just a sec, guys. Okay, so for the wait, so we are back here. I turn this, and we go back to Void Ship, and then I think I will end the stream. I'm sorry if it's not a very long stream. It's over there. Okay. What's happening now? That's a Chaos Space Marine. Sharp pain pierces your head. You smell smoke and burning. Okay. Struggling, the element you can raise by your head. Your eyes sting and burn, but through tears you see a closer silhouette. Try to get a better look. Run under cruel. You squint and wipe away the tears for a moment the vision clears before you stand dramatically clad in dark power armor, lavishly adorned. Okay. I am the master of those who have been felled by your hand in the hold of primordial truth. I am Run under cruel. The souls of my followers return to the font of power served, crying out for me to cast my gaze towards this sacrilege. And what do I see? Yet another lackey of the corpse emperor. Okay, shade of blue. I am sovereign of Kiavagama. This is my world, not a dominion of chaos. Oh, clinging to illusion will do you no good. The ritual has already been performed. The mortal have already singing the litanies of the primordial truth, of decorating sacrificial altars with the flesh. Kiavagama, as they call it, is already saturated with the nectar of truth. Okay. What do you want from me? I want to look upon the one who has disrupted my flock of duties, master plan, the warrior of my legion, the fabricator sensor. Think of that death as a triumph, however, it is but a minor hindrance in your path. Okay. It will change nothing. And this is the Rock Trader whose warrant sought to obtain. Yeah, Rock Trader, yeah, but you are interfered. I tried to rise to my feet. Failed. Ah, shit. The round belongs to me alone. Your princess thought herself immortal, and where is she now? Yeah. This isn't the first time meddling with the deeds of ward bearers. You were there on Rakan Memories, and so I want to know if you hold in your hand. I do not yours to hold. Okay, sure. A close call. If I had lost a second Rock Trader in such a paltry span of time, my option would have been to shoot myself out of shame. I sensed the prince of another psyker. Someone made contact with you mentally, then tried to harm you with sorcery. I did what I could. You at least appear unharmed. Can you remember what you saw? It was a Chaos Space Marine, one of the traitors of the Imperium. I don't think it was he who touched your mind. I don't have the strength to go against a psyker from the ranks of those monsters. Okay, that was still the same helpless medium since the death of the henchman. Is there something about Theodora? I see, we can theorize later. For now... Okay, for now we go back to our ship. Yeah, second machine, yeah. Purify and restore Kavagaman no matter the cost. Restoration. Bless weapons, calculating holiness. Two mechanisms, 3 plastic, 3 weapons. I would lose 1 profit factor but get 1 complacency. 1 mechanism, 1 of everything pretty much. And hand of Xenocide. 200 weapon. 1523. Can I open my inventory right now? 1523. I have better already, so this does not enter into account anyway. Cursed boots for heretical. $200 plasma weapon. I think I have better. I have better than that. So the weapon does not enter into account. Now it's efficiency, security, or complacency. I would say efficiency. Renowned tactical ability is referring to enter the service. The planetary steward restores the world to its former production capacity. Good trials ahead. With the value of the strategic world, I'm going to deploy a Forge Cathedral on it as a token of sympathy. Oh, I'll actually do that. I lose 1 profit factor, but it fits more what I want to do after that. Now we'll save and we'll stop the stream here for today. I will stream it later. I'm not sure on what. It might be randomizer, it might be Raven's Watch. We'll see. But for now, we will raid Madaya maybe. Oh, Lucy. Let's go with Lucy this time. She's always so welcoming. That helps to. Oh, never mind. This is just Game Joy. Back. We will raid Game Joy. Let's go on Demon Souls, sorry. We'll raid him instead. I didn't see him online. Right now.